talked to Sean since this reported knife incident in the prison?
Well, I know that previously, and it was in the sentencing paperwork, that that has happened, and he's in a prison facility. These are the things that happens in a prison facility. I might push back just a wee bit on the setup for this, and that for those who think that this was purposefully leaked in order to curry favor or anything else, that's not within Sean's wheelhouse, so to speak. So I think if there is any kind of a pardon or commutation in the works, I think it's probably more a product of the president understanding that Sean, like the president, they both share, or it resonates that New York prosecutors came after him and weaponized the legal system, and Sean has now been through it, just as President Trump has been through it. So there is I don't want to call it a kumbaya, but there's certainly a resonance or a similarity between the two.
President Trump, as we've just played, said that Sean Combs had reached out to him. Do you know how that happened? Did he write a letter? Did somebody place a call for him? How did that happen?
I know that it did. I'm not going to betray exactly how, but I know that there has been that communication, and I know that obviously Sean would welcome a commutation or a pardon. That's no secret. I saw today with great interest that there was another person who the president commuted his sentence because of
a Bitcoin
what he considered
person who pled guilty.
Yeah, correct, and got sentenced, and president thought it was an overreach. If that was an overreach, and I forget the exact sentence, but I think it pales in comparison to Sean's. And remember, one of the things that is irksome, if you will, about Sean's, and I call him Sean, the president calls him Puff Daddy. I call him Sean as long as I've known him. One of the things that is somewhat irksome is that the government took a big swing at him, and basically tried to get him into take his entire fortune and net worth and the rest of his life, and they lost. And I think that the 50-month sentence was punitive, if you will. I think, if anything, he should have gotten some consideration for the fact that he took the gamble, he risked it, he went to trial, and basically beat all the mandatory life sentences, and beat the mandatory divestiture of all of his assets.
You told TMZ in an interview that you think Sean is going to make the comeback, the likes of which people are not expecting. How is that possible? I mean, there has been an extraordinary amount of dirty laundry, let's just put it that way, displayed in this trial. Things that Sean Combs himself felt that he needed to apologize for when he was given a chance to address the judge.
I've been around one or two or three people who have been counted out, who I've defended over the last, I don't know, 40 some odd years. I will tell you, if you just think back 6 months, Elizabeth, I think anybody who would tell you 6 months ago, I remember my daughter Tenny going on and saying publicly that the media got it wrong before the trial ever took place. All of the kinds of wild rumors, all of the kind of conspiracy theories, and there was, I don't think there was anyone who thought he would be where he sits today, which is not guilty on the RICO, not guilty on sex trafficking, not guilty on another sex trafficking.
Right.
I've seen Sean overcome, I think, obstacles, maybe not as large as this, but obstacles where people counted him out. Remember, this is somebody who grew up, whose father was murdered and didn't have two nickels to rub together, and made himself into an iconic African-American billionaire. And I just think that he's got all of, if anybody's going to ever make a comeback, he's the guy to do it.
2 seconds left. How are his spirits? Good, bad?
He has tough days, like everybody else.
Okay.
He'll get through it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.